described as nice, which is a nice way to be described. Do you use that perception of you as a nice guy to your advantage and by showing people you're not exactly nice when the game is on the line?
Yeah, no question. I mean, I want to be, looked at as being nice off the court, but I don't want to be looked at as being a nice player on the court.
Oh, a facial by Dwyane Wade.
I might not have the best outside jumper, I might not be the most athletic guy, but I got a toughness inside of me that just won't let me quit.
He puts it up. It is good! He did it! Dwyane Wade has won the game!
A lot of fans are coming up to me now more than ever and just saying, hey, big shot, Bob.
I like to say when it's time to turn it up that I turn it up. I got a toughness inside of me that just won't let me quit.
Dwyane Wade with a beautiful move.
If you're going to be in the NBA, if you're going to be out there on the basketball court, people can watch you, why not try to put on a show?
Here comes Willis. The crowd is going to Wild. Fires. It's a three-pointer. And he's tied the game. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
Hi, everybody. So glad you could tune in for yet another edition of the Marv Show. And we like to think that it will be quality time well spent. Now, for those of you joining us for the first time, we offer a quick overview. Each show focuses on a particular NBA star or personality and highlights a skill or storyline that they have come to be identified with. Today, we profile a young player who has quickly emerged as an NBA superstar, Dwyane Wade. After leading Marquette to the 2003 Final Four, Dwyane was drafted by the Miami Heat. And while he was not among the most heralded members of his rookie class, that has certainly changed. After 2 superb seasons, Dwyane has become one of the game's elite players, and he's even achieved celebrity status.
Look at that. Look at that. Mr. Incredible does it again. Yes, it counts. Another phenomenal shot by the spectacular Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade, the world is yours.
All right, Dwyane, here it is. Cover Slam Magazine, cover ESPN Magazine, cover NBA Live 06. Seems you're on the cover of every magazine, video game. Every kid is wearing your jersey. Is it even difficult for you to believe how far your career has taken you in such a short time?
Yeah, well, I think when you say it like that in such a short time is what, is mind-boggling to me and probably to anybody, because you don't know what to expect when you come to the NBA. For everything to take off for me so fast, it comes quick, but, hopefully I worked hard for it, and hopefully people think I deserved it.
True definition of a great player is making your teammates better. That's what I always try to do. That's why whenever I get a young, nice point guard, I lift them up, I bring them up. And I got one now, and Flash, I think he's the best of my pupils. Wow.
Now, Shaq is a guy who loves to give out nicknames, and he dubbed you Flash. Are you comfortable with Flash, or is there something else you'd like to go by?
No, I'm comfortable with it now. I wasn't at first. I didn't even like it. You can ask Shaq when he first said it. I was like, that's not me. I'm not a flashy kind of person. That's not me. But the nickname, it wound up sticking.
That's why we can see they call him Flash. Come on. I mean, he just blew right by everyone.
And now, every article you see, it got Flash on it. People, I got fans calling me Flash now. So it's kind of funny, but it have stuck. And, I thank Shaq for giving me the nickname that will stick, but also giving me more work when I send autographs. I got to sign Flash now. So I got a lot of extra work to do.
I blame him for that one.
Yeah, I do.
Blocked by Wade. It's as good as it goes. Yes! Oh! He did it again!
In a recent article, Grant Hill selected you as the game's best player since Michael Jordan, over LeBron James, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash. How do comments like that make you feel?
I mean, when you hear comments like that from other players, I mean, it makes you feel good. I mean, it also lets you know how hard you got to work. But, you know, when the first time I seen Grant after I read the comments, man, I just told him thank you. And he said, you deserve it. So, you know, as long as I stay level-headed and continue to work hard and knowing what comes first, and that's winning ball games, and that's, you know, being the best team player I can be, hopefully I continue to get those, you know, comments from my peers, the players that I play against every night.
Though high praise of his basketball prowess might humble Dwyane, it pales in comparison to a different kind of honor recently bestowed upon him.
You were recently named as one of People magazine's 50 most beautiful people. Now, that's when you know you've really made it. What kind of reaction are you getting from family, friends?
I'm getting a crazy reaction. You know, of course, you get some people who is thrilled about it. Then you get some of the people who, you know, is not thrilled about it. Like, because you know, now I got bragging rights. You know, especially on my teammates. I'm not getting a good reaction from them because, you know, I got bragging rights over them to say, well, you know, I was top 50. And but it's a good thing. I think being top 50 in People magazine have gotten people to look at me in a different light than just keep me in a box of being a basketball player. So it's been a good thing for my career so far.
Shaq must have been very upset.
No, he wasn't. You know, he wasn't
in a good way, I'm saying.
He said he was 50. He said he was top 51, so
right.
he felt he was right in there.
By the way, I neglected to mention that P. Diddy selected Dwyane to endorse his fall clothing line and says he intends to make him the first NBA supermodel. Meanwhile, Dwyane has not yet lived out his selection as one of the 50 most beautiful people. And Shaq still claims to be number 51. After all, who's going to argue with him? We'll be back with more in just a moment.
I don't think I would be where I'm at right now if I didn't enter the league with LeBron and Carmelo because I was under the radar. So, you know, I was happy for them guys, but at the same time, I wasn't getting some of the attention and exposure that I thought I deserved, so it made me hungry. It made me play a lot harder, especially my rookie season.
As we mentioned earlier, Dwyane Wade was somewhat overshadowed in the 2003 draft, but he burst into prominence after leading the Heat to the second round of the playoffs. Now, to some, it was reminiscent of a draft 20 years earlier when a player by the name of Michael Jordan was the third pick behind Hakeem Olajuwon and Sam Bowie, a choice the Trailblazers would live to regret. You never know which rookies will make the biggest splash, but through the years, many have arrived in dramatic fashion.
I think there will be a period of orientation for me, of course, like it is for every newcomer in the NBA, but I think in the long run I'll be able to handle myself man-to-man with almost anyone in the league.
Welcome to the NBA. Jordan looking at the floor, let's watch. James on that play by the rookie. What a knockdown jam by Grant Hill. Iverson all the way, yes. Beautiful move from the rookie. Oh, the rookie putting on a show end to end. Boy, I like this rookie. I really like this rookie.
In 1979, rookie Larry Bird was seen as a savior in Boston as he tried to revive the Celtic dynasty.
They said, white guy, Indiana State, can't jump, can't run. When he got with us, I don't believe this is the same guy that they're talking about.
Bird was one of the greatest shooters of all time in basketball.
What range for the big rookie?
He shot the ball as well as any human being alive, falling down, standing up.
You can't play much better than Larry Bird is playing.
The guy was making passes, never looking at the guy. You say, well, how did he do that?
What a play by Bird.
And eventually you start to say, well, gee, this is a natural part of Larry's game.
Collins going against Bird, behind the back to Tiny. Beautiful.
The first couple of weeks, a lot of guys were getting hit in the nose and head and ball ramming off your forehead because you weren't ready for the pass.
That was a fantastic pass by Larry Bird. I just love the way he can see the floor.
He was quick in his mind, he had a quick first step, and he had great hands so he could catch and give it up without fumbling the ball or being unsure.
Layup is good. How did he make that one?
He just mastered the dexterity of that basketball.
That same season, another rookie would rescue the Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was injured in Game 5 of the Finals, but point guard Magic Johnson would replace him in Game 6.
A young man by the name of Magic Johnson is going to start at center.
I talked to my dad the night before. I said, I'm going to go back to the way I used to play in high school. I'm just going to move inside, outside. I'm going to take the shots when they're there. I'm going to just do my thing.
Here comes the 20-year-old rookie down the middle. Dawkins went to him and scored and sent him to the line.
Everybody didn't see Kareem and they just say, this is an easy game. And Magic gave us the devil that day.
Magic down the middle. Magic comes for the layup and drew the foul. Magic comes inside, dishes, wants Wilkes. Beautiful pass. Is he unbelievable?
I mean, this is one of the most extraordinary single-game achievements in the history of sports.
42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. He starts at center, plays forward and guard, and leads the Los Angeles Lakers to a world championship 123-107 over Philadelphia without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Truly a storybook ending to Magic's rookie season. The Sixers were stunned to see him jumping center that night. In fact, right up until game time, many in Philadelphia expected Kareem to play. There were even news reports that he had arrived at the airport. And one cab driver even claimed to have taken the Lakers center to his hotel. Obviously, must have been a different 7'2" passenger, because Kareem never did show up. And the Lakers won the title without him, thanks to Magic. Coming up, part 2 of our conversation with Dwyane Wade.
I don't think nobody should be compared to Michael Jordan. I don't think nobody should be compared to Messi. There will never be another one of them. And I'm not trying to be one of them. I'm trying to be the best Dwyane Wade I can be. And hopefully one day his kids in the backyard trying to be me like I used to try to be them. But if I can just come close to what they did in this game, then I'm satisfied with my career.
Like many popular superheroes, the man known as Flash, a.k.a. Dwyane Wade, has a dual identity. He's a fierce competitor, but once he steps off the court, he's one of the NBA's most humble and unassuming stars. A man devoted to his family and his many charity endeavors. And a mutual respect has developed between Dwyane and his legendary predecessors.
How you doing, Mr. Walton?
Good to see you again. Bill, Larry.
How you doing, Mr. Bird? It's an honor to meet you guys.
Hey, you're the one of the 2 or 3 best rookies in the league.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot.
I wish you well.
All right.
Good guy.
Marquette, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, I didn't know you was that good, didn't you?
When you are often described as nice, which is a nice way to be described. Do you use that perception of you as a nice guy to your advantage, and by showing people you're not exactly nice when the game is on the line?
Yeah, no question. I mean, I want to be, looked at as being nice off the court, but I don't want to be looked at as being a nice player on the court.
Here's Wade flying. A facial by Dwyane Wade, soaring from the left to put it down.
I like to say when it's time to turn it up that I turn it up, and I'm a different person, a different player on the court.
Wade gets inside, blocked. Oh! I couldn't tell if it was blocked or not.
It looked like it was blocked. It might have been a pass. That's how talented Dwyane Wade is.
Francis drives in. Blocked by Wade! He jumped right out of the building to block it!
I might not have the best outside jumper. I might not be the most athletic guy, but I got a toughness inside of me that just won't let me quit.
Wade has the ball, and the game is in his hands. He puts it up. It is good! He did it! Dwyane Wade has won the game! Hitting big shots has become routine for Dwyane. And it was in the 2004 postseason, when he was just a rookie, that he truly made his mark as a clutch performer.
Take us through Game 1 of the first-round series, 2004 playoffs against the Hornets. You let a jumper go with just 1 3/10 seconds on the clock.
Yes, one of the best moments of my career. When we got in the huddle and coach called a play to clear it out and give me the ball, that was just a special moment for me.
Here we go. Maybe Game 1 will be decided right here. Wade puts it up. It's good!
Yeah, baby! Came through!
It was my time to finally, prove that the reason they drafted me fine, the reason I was in the NBA, the reason the ball was in my hand. So that was a special moment against one of the toughest guards in the league, Baron Davis, who I got a tremendous amount of respect for. But, you know, you put the ball in my hand, and I made the best move that I can and the best shot at that time, and I unveiled my team to win in Game 1.
Dwyane Wade has created pandemonium here at the Heat's house with the go-ahead bucket.
You weren't done in that series. A huge three-pointer snapped in 80-80 tie with about a minute to go in Game 5. What did this series do for your confidence, and tell us how it elevated you to superstar status early in your career?
Well, it did a lot for my confidence. I mean, after that, you're not a rookie no more. We went through 7 games of a playoff, so I felt confident that, you know, we can do this. We can do something special, and it continued to go on through the next round. Of course, we lost Indiana, but that confidence just unveiled me through the rest of my career that I done it. I done it at a high level, and I can continue to do it at a high level.
Here comes Dwyane, pumped by O'Neal. Yes, and it counts! Superman has done it again!
The pressure's out there, you know, no question. But I don't look at it as pressure. I look at it as it's been an opportunity. I mean, I look at it as been a golden opportunity that not too many players get. I mean, there's only 400 and some players in the NBA anyway. And to be one of the guys that's looked upon to carry this organization, if I'm one of the guys that was handpicked to do that, I look at it as an opportunity, and I'm going to do my best in it. And that's all I can do is my best.
We are back. Actually, come to think of it, we've never left. Now, last year, Dwyane Wade turned in a brilliant sophomore season. He averaged 24 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and then continued to shine in the playoffs. Wade carried the Heat to the Eastern Conference Finals, only to suffer that untimely rib injury. And though he played through the pain in Game 7, Miami came up short against Detroit. This year, Dwyane and the Heat are determined to write a very different ending to their season.
Here comes Wade, 10 seconds remaining, 4-point Detroit lead. Wade fires from downtown, rebounded by Prince, and the Detroit Pistons are headed back to the NBA Finals.
How tough was the loss in the Eastern Conference Final to Detroit? Now, you were hurt. You got hurt in Game 5, and in Game 7, I know was difficult for you with the rib cage injury. Do you think there would have been no stopping you guys last year if you had been healthy?
I mean, as a player, of course, I'm going to say I think we would have went to the next round. And, you know, we thought we had the team at the time that we had all the pieces together, we thought, to win a championship. It was very frustrating because I didn't understand why. But, you know, once it was all over and I got time to really think, I understand that everything happens for a reason. So, you know, maybe me getting hurt would make me stronger this year.
After falling just short of a trip to the NBA Finals last season, Miami Heat President Pat Riley didn't spend his summer on South Beach. Instead, he chose to orchestrate the largest NBA trade in history, with the Heat's lone goal this season being an NBA title.
You know what? When it first happened, you know, I didn't know what to think. I'm not a selfish player. Always been a team player, but I didn't know what to think about the trade when it first happened. I was like, man, you know, would I continue to grow? But when I got outside that box and really started thinking about, you know, what we play this game for, we play this game to win championships. We play this game to win games. It's not about statistics.
Wade from behind, tipped it away from Red. Here's Dwyane behind his back, Walker. Doesn't get any prettier than that.
I think people would understand if your scoring go down, your assists go down, whatever goes down, if they watch you play and they see your team winning, they understand that you're a good player. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And hopefully, you know, we can take this opportunity and be celebrating at the end of the year.
Although Dwyane is only in his 3rd season, all the roster changes on the Heat have made him one of the longest tenured members of the team. And he's more than willing to take on a leadership role.
Dwyane, what about the pressures that come along with being a team leader at such a young age? How do you deal with that, and have you sought advice from other players who were once in, not many players have been, but guys who have been in your position?
The pressure's out there, you know, no question. I mean, but I don't look at it as pressure. I look at it as it's been an opportunity. I mean, I look at it as being a golden opportunity that not too many players get. I mean, there's only 400 and some players in the NBA anyway. And to be one of the guys that's looked upon to carry this organization, if I'm one of the guys that was handpicked to do that, I look at it as an opportunity, and I'm going to do my best in it. And that's all I can do is my best.
Do you ever sit down and have a chat with Michael Jordan?
You know, I talked to Michael my rookie year, you know, one night in Chicago, and it was quick. You know, one thing he told me is just continue to play the way you playing. I love the way you play. Continue to take it to the hole. Don't stop. And, you know, that was at the time when people were saying, you know, Dwyane, the way he plays is reckless. He's going to get hurt. And then when you're hearing it from one of the greatest players, don't change the way you play. Continue to play the way you play. I love it. It's going to give you confidence, like, I'm going to continue to do it. So, you know, the short encounters I had with him, I mean, they do stick with you.
As one who did many interviews with Michael before broadcast of his games, there is a great similarity between the way the two of you handle things, which is, I think, the highest possible compliment. I mean, I see similarities right here.
I'll take that as a compliment. I mean, hopefully I did a good job of studying, coming to fly with me, studying all Jordan things when I was young. But I'll take it as a compliment. And I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to continue to be, you know, D-Wade, and hopefully, you know, when you're doing interviews years from now, when I'm retired, you tell somebody there's some similarities with D-Wade and Michael with yourself. So that'll be great.
Dwyane may be a little young to be raising the prospect of his retirement, but for defenders around the league trying to guard him, it is certainly something to look forward to. Before we go, here's a preview of our next show as we talk with one of the greatest coaches in the history of the NBA, the Lakers' Phil Jackson.
Phil, it seemed that after stepping down as coach of the Lakers in 2004, that this would be the last place we'd ever see you again. Why did you come back?
I felt there was some unfinished business. I felt it would be a helpful thing if I came back for Kobe Bryant, because some of the reputation that he had was about breaking up the team, and I could come back and that would change.
What do you feel is the formula for great coaching?
My formula is that you got to build a good community where, you know, people enjoy coming to work, they enjoy working together, and then, you know, you got to have guys that can finish. And that's key, to be calm in that time when the tension is high.
Many more thoughts from Phil on our next program, so we'll see you then. And if you can't tune in for some reason, our staff will understand.